Betty Fleming from Function Studio, coming to you and uniting with Lemonberry to bring you a little online quick TLC yoga. We're going to be focusing on our back today. So if you have a strap, that would really be handy. So a strap can be a tie, it can be a belt from a robe or any other kind of belt. So if you have one, that's great. So grab that strap and then come join me on the mat and let's begin on our back. So this is short and sweet. It's not complicated, which is great. And we spend a lot of time standing or seated, and the most common complaint a doctor hears is back pain. So we're gonna do a little TLC for our back. So you're gonna bend your knees for a moment, and you're just gonna place your hands on your belly, feet nice and wide. Just let the knees fall inward. Close your eyes or a soft gaze if that suits you best. And we're just gonna come home to our body here for a moment. We're gonna take some time just to breathe and just to kind of get out of our head a little bit and feel more our body. So as you breathe deeply, so you wanna breathe into the lobes, the bottom lobes of the lungs as much as you can, so that your lungs compress on your diaphragm, and therefore your diaphragm will then compress into your belly organs, and that is what rises the belly up and down. And so that is the kind of quality breathing we want in this moment. So it's a relaxing breath. It starts to shift our nervous system into a parasympathetic nervous system, where the body starts to release some of its tension, some of its grip. So we're just gonna breathe a couple of times just to kind of get it a little bit more into our body. And nothing rushed, so take your time feeling the chest rise, the ribs expand, the belly lift up into the hands, and as you exhale, everything just naturally falls back. Let your body just collapse back in towards the spine, and then inhale, drawing this fresh new breath. So we want to think of breath like feeding our body energy in a different form of food. So breathing in and breathing out, maybe open mouth sighs, maybe you're having a stressful day, or maybe you're just a little bit too much in your head. So it's a nice way just to relieve yourself and come to a more quieter self. Just a couple more times here. Last time, big breath in. Hold that breath just a little bit at the top for a moment, and then let it out through the mouth with a smile on your face. Take a hold of your strap, and you're gonna bring your right leg in towards your chest. And you're gonna take that strap, and you're gonna straddle the foot right where the arch and the balls of the feet meet. And you're going to take the strap into both hands for a moment, and you want to draw your sit bones down towards the mat. So you want to feel your sacrum flat on the ground with a little arch in the lumbar, not popping up, okay? And you're going to draw that leg towards you with a micro bend. So even though my leg looks like the knee is locked, it's not. So a little micro bend in the knee. So you just want to draw the leg towards you so that you feel a nice healthy stretch, but don't go full capacity here. We don't have to go to our mats. So just waking the backs of the legs up, and the backs of the legs really encompasses the low back health. So your legs are what governs the health of our back, believe it or not. So the work we do with our legs has a rippling effect on the back. So you're gonna take the straps both in one hand, your right hand, and you're gonna take your left hand on top of the left hip. And this is just gonna remind you to keep grounding the left hip. And you're going to turn your right leg, so the whole right leg turns until your toes point towards the right corner of the room. And you're slowly just going to allow the leg to descend. And you might drop your left knee towards the left to help counterbalance. So remember, it's not about how far you go with the leg. So here you may be, and that's where you're feeling a good stretch. If you start to feel your left hip pop up a little bit, you've gone too far. Pull it back a little bit. So keep turning the leg externally so your toes are pointing down. And if you want a little more stretch, you're going to reach out through the heel and draw the toes towards you. Relax your shoulders, soften your mouth, soften your gaze, or even close your eyes, whatever feels best for you. Awesome job. Just breathe into that stretch. Try not to lock your right knee. So your breath is going to guide you into a deeper state of your pose, beyond where your physical ends up. So use your breath to deepen and to relax into the pose a little bit. Release some of the effort, right? So there's a real sweet union between effort and ease, and we want to try and have a little bit of both. And take a big breath in, come back up through center with the leg, take the strap off the leg, and you're going to cross the right thigh over the left and bend the right knee. You're going to draw both knees in towards your chest, and you're just going to hug the legs towards you. And you're just going to point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex, and just flex the feet for a moment. Let the legs get a little bit heavier, so you should be feeling a nice stretch in the outer hip and into the glute, into the hamstrings, maybe into the low back. So wherever you feel it, that's where you need it. You just breathe into that. And then slowly release and step the right foot on the floor with the knee bent, and then straddle the left foot, so left side. So try to straddle and place the strap at the top of the arch and where the balls of the toes meet. And again, you just got both straps, one in each hand, and draw the leg towards you. So you can see that this side is much more flexible for me. So just notice your differences. So again, I have a little micro bend in my knee, even though it might not look like that. I'm just feeling a stretch, and I'm about a 7 here. So I'm not going to a 10, I'm not going to my max. I'm just going to a 6 or a 7, hanging out there, just feeling things release naturally. And then take the straps into the left hand. Right hand rests right on top of the hip point, frontal hip point. You're going to turn the leg externally out to the left, so toes pointing towards the back corner of the room, and then you're going to slowly allow the leg to fall, to descend down. And my right knee is falling towards the right to find this counterbalance. So my right hip isn't lifting up off the floor. If it is, I'm grounding it back and I'm bringing my leg back. Okay, so just find that place where your body is at today. Some days we are a little more flexible, other days it's a little more challenging, so just take it as it comes. Smile with it, just ride the wave. Keep turning your leg externally out, and if you want a little bit more, reach out through the heel and draw the toes a little bit more towards you, and you'll feel more sensation, but not to a 10, not to your max. Just feeling this nice inner thigh, the inner adductor muscles, getting a nice stretch here, inner groin here. And with a breath in, bring the leg up through center. Release the strap off to the side. You're going to cross the left thigh over the right, bend. You're squeezing the thighs together, so there's no gap between the thighs, and you're going to draw both legs towards you. You can interlace your fingers if that feels right, or you can just hold on to your shins and just let the weight of the arms and gravity do the rest. Let the legs just compress into your belly. So this is great as well for our digestion. So when we compress into our belly, we're waking things up in there. So we want improved metabolism. So just breathing and relaxing your shoulders, soften your mouth, and just point and flex the feet, point and flex. And you may feel more or less sensation on the left leg, the left hip, the left glute. That's okay, we're very asymmetrical. So maybe rotate the ankles. And then another little big hug. And then release, uncross, and then just bring both knees in towards the chest. We're going to bring the arms out to T, or maybe to cactus the arms. We're going to lower the legs down towards the left. Try to release the bottom foot on the floor. You might use your left hand to anchor the legs. You want to try and get heavy in your right shoulder. So you're trying to get that shoulder on the floor as best you can. You can either gaze up or to the right, whatever feels good for you. And just breathing into this beautiful stretch, this beautiful twists, nice counter pose. And then come back up through center and gently transition to the opposite side. Again, right hand can anchor the legs. Try to bring the feet towards the floor as much as you can. So if you're holding your feet up, you're engaging these muscles, and it's hard to stretch and engage muscle, tense muscle. So try to soften the muscle as much as you can. And then left shoulder heavy towards the ground, and just breathing into your left lung, front, side, and back. Let your breath take you into a deeper place. And then breathing in, come back up through center, give yourself another little hug. Hook the hands behind the knees with a little momentum, tuck the chin towards the chest, rock up to a seated position, and crossing your legs, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders are broad, heart open, head held up high. From my heart to yours, thank you for sharing your time, your breath, and your body. Namaste. If you want more information about what Function has to offer, please check us out at www.functionstudios incorporated, so Inc, not incorporated, .com. And our online yoga, if you want to dabble in our online stuff, go to functiononline.app. Great to have you. Enjoy the rest of your day.